Traveling light has been an art that only a few have mastered. Of course, one can't have too many essentials, right? If you have trouble packing and have a penchant for losing luggage, today's video is for you. For today, we'll be sharing with you tips on how to avoid losing your luggage and how you can travel with carry-on only. So make sure you keep on watching if you don't want to miss out. Don't let your bags get lost. Tips and tricks for traveling just with your carry-on. Few experiences can compare to traveling with just a carry-on bag overhead and a personal item at your feet. To begin with, you'll avoid the entire baggage claim situation because after stepping off a crowded airline, nobody wants to wait next to that less than merry-go-round. Additionally, each bag you check these days will cost you money. However, packing efficiently takes practice. So if you're on board with the notion, then these few suggestions will help you on your next trip. Every master packing begins with your bag, so make sure you choose the right carry-on. In addition to size, important variables to take into account while choosing a carry-on bag are weight, durability, and convenience of usage. Starting with weight, it's important to remember that many airlines have weight restrictions for carry-on bags. More on that later. And the heavier the luggage is already, the less weight you can add to it. This is in addition to the fact that you have to lug it around the airport and lift it in and out of overhead storage bins on the plane. In other words, if your carry-on doesn't already weigh a ton when it's empty, you have a much higher chance of packing it to the gills without going over these limits. When you're cramming all of your necessities into one carry-on luggage, durability is obviously also crucial, so invest in a high-quality alternative. If you choose a hard-cased carry-on piece with sturdy wheels, it will keep your goods safe and be simple to move through the airport. Soft choices such as duffel bags, on the other hand, frequently need more schlepping, but may be readily crammed into the overhead baggage compartment, even when they're overflowing. Conclusion, the sort of carry-on you select really just comes down to personal preference. Just make sure the bag is well made and doesn't exceed the airline's permitted dimensions. Next, make sure to familiarize yourself with the restrictions. Traveling with carry-on luggage is subject to several regulations, most of which, though not all, are set by the Transportation Security Administration, or TSA. For instance, all airlines mandate that carry-on luggage not exceed 22 by 14 by 9 inches, but each airline may have different weight limits. Of course, there are restrictions on what you can pack in your carry-on, and the TSA website has a comprehensive list of what is allowed and what is not. Finally, if you're only taking a carry-on, you should make use of the fact that most airlines let you bring a personal item along. Personal belongings must typically be compact enough to fit under the seat in front of you. However, given the maximum dimensions of a personal item vary, you should check the airline's websites. And speaking of personal items, the next tip you need to learn is to make the most out of your personal item. As indicated previously, if your carry-on bag is small enough to fit beneath the seat in front of you, most airlines will let you fly with a personal item in addition to it. Don't blow this chance by going on a trip with, say, a little crossbody bag. Instead, get the largest backpack you can convincingly pass off as a personal item. Verify the dimensions, then stuff it to the brim with everything you wanted to bring but couldn't fit in your carry-on. And sure, the backpack can fit inside that adorable crossbody bag. Now this next step is something so simple and yet a lot of us tend to forget, and that is to wear your bulkiest item, be it your jacket, a pair of shoes, or denim. Wearing the large and heavy items you wish to travel on your body is the simplest approach to make room in your carry-on and stay under the weight restriction. Or put your coat and hiking boots on instead of your go-to cardigan and flip-flops. Although wearing slip-on shoes makes going through security considerably easier, the extra trouble is negligible in comparison to the extra packing space you'll have. If you feel the need to remove the parka once you board, you can do so. The flight cabin may very well be cold enough to merit it. Roll your clothes instead of folding them to honor Marie Kondo. With the help of this ingenious travel trick, you may pack more clothing and utilize every available space in your carry-on bag. Additionally, if you roll your clothing, you won't have any difficult creases to deal with when you get to your location. And if you don't have compression bags, then you better start buying them, because these items are a must-have for better carry-on luggage. Although we advise rolling your clothing to make it more compact, compression bags are the best way to reduce the bulk of a closet. These come in a variety of sizes and forms, from plastic space bags that resemble enormous, sturdy Ziploc bags to colorful fabric packing cubes. Packing cubes are often excellent for organizing your carry-on, and many of them feature zipper styles that produce a compression-like effect as well. However, when it comes to compressing garments and optimizing space, packing cubes fall short of heavy-duty plastic compression bags, like the ones that rely on a vacuum cleaner to suck out every last pocket of air. Moving on to our next tip. Another thing you should consider is the type of shoes you want to bring. For a night out on the town, you need a pair of stilettos, business casual pumps for the office meeting, hotel slippers, beach sandals, and sneakers for sightseeing. We comprehend. However, footwear is really heavy, so you'll need to cut back if you want to pack efficiently. Aim to travel with no more than 3 pairs of shoes, 2 in your carry-on and 1, the heaviest, on your feet, and leave the remainder of your shoe collection at home. Wear your most comfortable sneakers and carry a pair of heels that can be dressed up or down, along with a pair of sandals. Next, make sure you layer your clothing. It's best to limit the number of bulky items you bring while traveling with only a carry-on bag, without going into too much detail. If you're going somewhere chilly, of course, this is easier said than done. The answer? Layer first, then layer again. You can be warm and have a ton of outfit possibilities if you pack long underwear and as many slim-fitting long-sleeve t-shirts as you can. You'll be able to free up space in your suitcase for other items by leaving some of your bulky sweaters and outerwear behind. And of course, how can we travel without toiletries? Well, you better keep it at a minimum, or if it's possible to ditch it altogether, do so. Keep in mind that the TSA has tight guidelines on liquid products and carry-on luggage before you begin filling your toiletries kit. You are only permitted to bring liquid, gel, and aerosol items in travel-sized containers that are 3.4 ounces or less, regardless of the amount of product they contain, and you are only allowed to bring as many travel-sized containers as would fit in a quart-sized bag. Our advice: pour a tiny amount of your preferred shampoo and cleaner into an empty travel-sized bottle, if they only come in large quantities. However, you should probably leave behind anything you can live without for the duration of your trip, since hotels and vacation homes sometimes offer free basic necessities, such as shampoo and body wash. Additionally, you can always buy travel-sized toiletries once you arrive at your location, ensuring that you have just enough product to last the duration of your stay without any of it taking up space in your carry-on, whether you're traveling in or out. And finally, last but not least, make it a habit to do your laundry at your destination. The ideal amount of clothing to bring in your carry-on is no more than 1 full week's worth. You may be asking, what if my trip lasts more than 7 days? Wash and dry your clothes at your new residence. If you buy laundry detergent when you get to your destination, you may hand wash lightly used clothes quickly and thoroughly in a bathtub or sink and let them air dry overnight, even if there are no washers and dryers available where you intend to stay. For a 2-week trip, you should bring 7 pairs of socks rather than 14. You should also soak your underwear briefly before going to bed so that they are fresh and ready for the next day. T-shirts, blouses, and other fast-drying clothing fall under this category. And that wraps up today's video about the packing hacks and tips you need to know for your next trip. Have you been practicing some of these hacks before? Let us know how it helped you in the comment section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. See you next time, and thanks for watching.